Samoa Joe. We're gonna see the title, had to vacate the title. We're gonna watch that, obviously. We got some Raw stuff. Big E cashing the Money in the Bank tonight. We're gonna talk SmackDown. We're gonna talk Mick Foley. Zelina Vega. Yo, what's up? Yo, welcome to the show. But okay, so hey Josh. So let's start with whatever. So I'm gonna give my brief little short review on All Out. Yeah, you know what? Okay, I'll get to this now since you comment on it now. I was gonna wait till a little bit later. But certified. Randy Orton. Yes, so yes, if you don't know, the title match from Extreme Rules has been moved to Raw tonight with Bobby Lashley versus Randy Orton for the Universal, not the WWE title. I don't know. He will definitely cash it in. Big E will cash in if he's on Raw. This would be a big cash. Look, I don't think Big E would never cash on one race. Bobby Lashley is the most likely candidate, or Randy Orton is the most likely guy who cash it on, obviously. But yeah, Big E is on Raw tonight, so be on the lookout for Big E. Possibly cashing it today and winning it, becoming champion. Big E did say that. Big E was the one who said he was gonna cash in tonight on Raw. I don't know. We'll see tonight. You know, you're certified. You're thinking about Raw, man. This is Raw. It's been, you don't know. This is WWE. But I'm gonna get to All Out. Like, then I'm gonna get to NXT stuff. All Out. Obviously, last Sunday was a hell of a show. Top to bottom, of course, the QT Marshall Ball Right match went longer. The show should have been squashed, like a minute match. Obviously, the Miro and Kingston had a great opening match for the TNT title. Of course, Miro won, but you know, with the referee, the low blow, that was solid. I hope this is Swerve. Yeah, they're going. Yeah, I agree with you. That's the direction they're going. It's the tag team titles. But Raw, I mean, All Out. I'm gonna go. Okay, the matches were solid. I think the best match of the night probably was a tag team match. That was a brutal match in the cage match. The Lucha Brothers versus the Young Bucks. I mean, Pentagon was bleeding everywhere with the shoes and the tacks on the shoes. Pentagon, my God, was blood everywhere. Grueling back and forth match. Young Bucks lost. They lost the belts. CM Punk looked good in this match against Darby Allin with the win. It was a solid match. CM Punk, yeah, a little rusty. It was his first match in like 7.5 years. But he gets to win in his home crowd. Obviously. I always believe the Money in the Bank briefcase is always meant for the title, the Universal title or WWE title. That's what I always believed. The main event also with Kenny Omega defeated Christian. But that, you know what, the ending of the show was I thought the Adam Cole appearing in AEW was a swerve that's saying, oh, Bryan Danielson's not appearing, but I did. Was about I thought Adam Cole thing was a swerve, but it wasn't. Like Bryan Danielson Bryan Danielson did arrive, and so Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson are both all elite. Obviously, we saw them on the Dynamite last week. Adam Cole's gonna have a match on this Wednesday's Dynamite against Frankie Kazarian, his first match in AEW. Hearing what the plans for the main roster for Adam Cole, I wouldn't blame him if he left because it was pretty bad, pretty bad. I watch the swerves anytime in wrestling. I hope Raw is good. Yeah, hopefully you're right, certified hustler. I don't know what's wrong with my Twitch. I know, but I know they had the super shows and the house shows. What else is there? Oh, it was overall very good. Probably the best pay-per-view of the year, hands down. Oh yeah, she's taking on Dewdrop again. Oh, how exciting! How exciting! We're gonna see Dewdrop again. I forgot to promote this, so I'm sorry. I know. Okay. I know my thumbnail. Is Becky Lynch and Demon Balor. I'm excited for I'm excited for Alexa Bliss too. I'm interested to see Alexa Bliss. I'm thinking going on with Charlotte Flair. You know what? No. No. I'm talking about. I like the Becky Lynch thing. But I think I'm gonna say this. I think SmackDown was SmackDown in New York was a tremendous show. It was a great show. Let's talk about what's my description? Let's talk about SmackDown. I know I do a wrestling weekly review, but I want to talk SmackDown. WWE wants in AEW don't want any part of Tessa. According to a report, she has nuclear. She has problems that they don't want to. Yeah, they don't want to touch. I heard I know you said she might go to ROH, but I heard last time she might go to NWA. But let's talk the Madison Square Garden show. So we got So let's talk Madison Square Garden. So we open up the show with Brock Lesnar. Well, actually, Roman Reigns comes out with Paul Heyman Bloodlines. They were kind of dismissing really Finn Balor. Brock Lesnar comes out. The Bloodlines kind of, distance himself from Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar confronts Paul Heyman, wants a match with Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal title. He has Heyman up in F5, and all of a sudden the Bloodline comes back. They attack Brock Lesnar with Superman punches, and the Usos attack, but they can't handle Brock. Brock gets the best of the Usos. Roman gets out of there, but German suplex the Usos, manhandles them. Brock Lesnar, you could tell in this segment, he did not need a mic. He doesn't need a mouthpiece for him. He can talk. I understand when I have Heyman for him to hype him up, but he can't talk when he needs to, when they need him to be. And he's clearly a baby face in this situation. Now, most of the time when Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar's confrontations happen, Brock Lesnar's always been the heel, but this time it's reversed. It's Brock Lesnar's the baby face, and Roman Reigns is the heel. And they are going to have a match in the future, but right now, we're going to skip ahead to the main event. We're not going to get an order of SmackDown, right? We're not going to go in exact order, but we're going to go to the main event. We saw the Usos and the Street Profits for the tag team titles. It ended in a disqualification. Street Profits won, but they don't get the titles because they won by DQ. When Roman Reigns came to attack, all of a sudden you hear it goes dark and red and then mist. And then comes out Demon Balor, Finn Balor's alter ego. The Demon Balor is like a powered up version of him, coming out, crawling, and then with this demon like tire and his paint and his face paint, his face paint and body paint, comes up, goes into the ring to confront Roman Reigns. Now we got the demon. So we got the Roman Reigns and the Bloodline brought out the demon version of Finn Balor, the powered up version, the more OP version of Finn Balor, the more dangerous version, the one where he has to bring out when he needs to be. He hasn't been a demon like in 2.5 years. I don't remember the last time he was a demon form. If someone in the chat below could tell me that. Because I don't remember the last time he was a demon. Demon, but they're gonna have a match at Extreme Rules for the Universal title. So far it's a singles match, but it's Extreme Rules, so there can be, stipulations. Right now it's a singles match, but yeah, but okay, he's not gonna squash Roman Reigns, right? We know that. He's not going to squash Roman Reigns. I think that's pretty obvious. You see, I don't think he's going to win the title. Because I think they're going to still have the title. I think they want Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the title. So I don't think he's going to win the title. I think this might be one of the few times, or might be the only time that Demon Balor actually loses. a match, because Roman Reigns is the type of wrestler where the Demon can lose to, and not hurt himself. Because look, Roman Reigns is the top heel in the business right now, right? Both brands. Well, actually, all three brands. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the few that actually beats the Demon, Finn Balor. Yeah, but he's he's not gonna. I think this is the most interesting thing with Roman right now. Is the Demon thing and with Brock Lesnar in the back of his head, but it's 50-50. Yeah, exactly. When usually with the Demon it's more of a sure thing, but with with Roman Reigns, it's not a sure thing. The only problem with that, Josh, I have to say, is Brock Lesnar. It's Brock Lesnar. He's the wild card. If Brock Lesnar was in the picture, perhaps. It's gonna be Roman. I think it's gonna be. It's definitely. I'm confident it's gonna be Roman. And what am I looking at here? Was also Madison Square Garden. Who cares about the 5-on-5 match? What? The Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair contract signing happened. Becky Lynch came out with a red fur coat and sunglasses. Being all cocky, Holllywood like heel. She did berate the crowd to get heel heat. I think it worked for her. She signed the contract. Brock could cost him the title, but I don't think he will. Because I think he wants Roman. The Becky Lynch. So we are gonna get the title match, a rematch for Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's title. It was a short segment. Nothing major happened. No attacks. Nothing. And then, yeah, she has to. She has to. What else? Then at the top of the hour, we got the Edge versus Seth Rollins 2 match, which was long. It was a good SmackDown match. Very good SmackDown match. Solid SmackDown match. You kind of got a similar situation with what happened to All Out with the low blow a little bit. That pretty much sealed the deal for Edge. And then Seth Rollins kept doing the super kicks over and over to Edge's face until a point in the match where he gave him the curb stomp to finish Edge off. And this got enough attention for the stretchers to come out. You know, it's a kayfabe injury. It's a kayfabe stuff. It's not in character. This is in character. It's not. Seth Rollins didn't know what to react. Like when Edge was being taken to the hospital in the ambulance, Edge was being interviewed. You can see on his face is he didn't know how to react to what he just did. It was like a shocker for him. I don't know. Yeah, me too, Josh. Me too. I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna have a match, a third match. I don't think it's gonna be a Extreme Rules. Could be wrong, but I do think they're gonna have a third match down the line, and it'll be the best out of three. Cause you could. I don't think what happened there is the end of this. The story between the two. Oh, and that 5-on-5 match. I think the best thing about the 5-on-5 match was getting NBA player Trae Young from Atlanta Hawks with Sami Zayn trolling the New York crowd because in the NBA playoffs this year, the New York Knicks were eliminated by Atlanta Hawks, and Trae Young is their best player on the Hawks, and yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, I see people on Twitter always complaining, we don't want to see him wrestle over and over again. I'm like, guys, when the wrestling was at the you ever see those people that complain about, oh man, same match over and over. I'm like, guys, back in the height of the Attitude Era, or in WCW, it was always the same wrestlers wrestling each other. Austin always wrestled The Rock, Mankind, Triple H. In WCW, the main event guys always wrestled each other. It was always the same guys wrestling each other. For the majority of times, always the same guys wrestling each other. Back when the wrestling was at its peak. What else happened? There was supposed to be a match, a women's tag team match. There was no women's match on the card. There was supposed to be Zelina Vega team up with Carmella, take on Liv Morgan and Toni Storm. It would have been great to see Toni Storm back on TV wrestling again. Wrestle again. Cause she was last time she was on TV was backstage segment with Dolph Ziggler. Exactly, man. Exactly. Was Dolph Ziggler? Remember that? Backstage with Dolph Ziggler. But they were supposed to be wrestling with teaming up with Liv Morgan to take out Zelina Vega and Carmella. People were upset. People were upset because Zelina Vega did not. Because Zelina Vega, if you don't know the story, Zelina Vega's father was one of the victims of 9/11. 9/11. And yeah, and I got people riled up and upset. And the reason is they cut due to time. I'm like, yeah, but Zelina Vega, Zelina Vega's from New York. Her father died in 9/11. Were they? It doesn't matter. Who cares? You know what? You know what? For this, no, Josh, I'll say this. For this instance, let it go. Just let it go. Who cares? It's not. If it's for 9/11, just let it go for Zelina Vega. That's it. Who cares if she gets cheered? Who cares? Just for the 9/11. Who cares? Who cares? I would be like, you know what? This is an exception. Faces get cheered. Baby faces get. No, heels get cheered in home crowds all the time. So I'll just let it go. I mean, we've seen heels get cheered a lot in the home crowds all the time. I just let it go. It's for remembering 9/11. Who cares really? Like, who cares if she gets cheered? Let her wrestle in front of her hometown. They could have cut some stuff out. I don't know. I know Becky Lynch wrestled in a dark match. Lost. I don't know. But yeah, the Big E thing is he's teasing Paul Heyman, but it looks like tonight he says he's gonna cash in on tonight. So Bobby Lashley has to be aware. If Randy Orton wins, he has to be very aware of this possibility of being cashed in. Well, I don't know. I thought, but the video packages, what I thought about WWE, what they did with SmackDown, honoring 9/11, all that stuff, I thought that was very good. I definitely props for WWE and that stuff, honoring 9/11. That was very good. That was Did Rampage honor 9/11? I don't remember. Did Rampage honor 9/11? But I give props to WWE for honoring 9/11. I really don't remember if Rampage did honor it. Probably. I don't remember really. But you know what? They gotta use 20. Like, look. Do you want to build up more baby faces on the SmackDown side? You got Liv Morgan and Toni Storm. Two right there. And there's like people love Liv Morgan and they love Toni Storm. And I thought Toni Storm, she was great at NXT UK, but I thought in the NXT American one, she was completely useless. Didn't use her right in NXT in the US. Speaking of, I remember, fuck a phone. I remember tomorrow's NXT rebrand. I'm gonna do a live watch along for that. I'm gonna make a stream for that later tonight, guys. NXT rebrand. I wonder if the match tomorrow for the number one contender is gonna end up becoming a title match. I don't know, or whatever. Or maybe Samoa Joe could be working everybody, possibly. I think we'll see. It's a possibility. I have no clue. I don't remember. I really don't remember. I know it's taped on Wednesdays on Dynamite, but it could still done something. Why they could edit it? That's a good question. I have no clue. I have freaking no clue. I did hear it might be on Wall too, so yeah, I think it's a work too. Since I heard about that, but I don't get. See, that's my problem with WWE. That's one of my issues with WWE. If it's a work, all of a sudden they want him on Raw. Why make him champion? This is the quick planning WWE does. They don't have well thought out plans. WWE plans are like right on the fly, you know. Where AEW is not like that. You can tell with WWE their plans are right on the fly. So if it's true, if he's on Raw, then you know they're gonna get a lot of shit on, because I don't know, man. People are like, why put the title on? And you got Karrion Kross. I mean, Karrion Kross on Raw looks like whatever Karrion Kross is. But yeah, so yeah, but the NXT branch tomorrow. You know what? Yeah, but I'd rather have him lose it in the match than just give it up. I don't like. I'm not a fan of people giving up titles, because I'd rather see a match where somebody loses the title. I'm just not a fan. He was supposed to take the title off Karrion Kross, because Karrion Kross is getting caught up too, right? Same thing. Now, who's the next champion? Who do you think is the next champion in the next team? Pete Dunne? Kyle O'Reilly? What's the other guy? LA Knight? LA Knight's not gonna be champion. The guy lost to Cameron Grimes. Maybe Walter? I don't know. I don't know if Walter wants to be in the US. Well, is there yeah, so we got women's title match between Frankie Monet versus Raquel Gonzalez. And a lot of people are like, oh, she automatically got a title match without doing anything. Karrion Kross, I'm sorry, I don't think it was that popular at all. I think Karrion Kross, a lot of people I know turn on Karrion Kross quickly because Karrion Kross got boring and stale to them. Then, yeah, so we have a women's match with Raquel Gonzalez versus Frankie Monet. Look. Yeah, okay, people are like, oh, why did she get a title match? Look. It's just they want to make the NXT rebranded show special, man. So they want to put a title match on there. Oh yeah, Joe was popular. Yeah, okay, agreed with you there. They just want to put a title match on the card. Who cares if there's nothing built up for it? Just have a title match on the card on the night. They want to make the new show special, feel special. But so by having a title match like that on the show is good. And like freaking Monet and Raquel Gonzalez, they're two big women. I mean, like strong women. Raquel Gonzalez is taller than Frankie Monet, but Frankie Monet has strength too, man. She's one of the strongest women in NXT. Oh my God, yeah. Especially to Adam Cole. He can't compete with Adam Cole there. And we know Raquel Gonzalez. Look. Her next challenger is probably Kaylee Way, okay, from NXT UK. But this match is just a thing on the NXT rebrand, just because they want to start off the new NXT with a bang, guys. They want to make the show feel special. It's the debut of the new NXT. With debuts of shows, you have to make it good, and you have to promote it. I don't know what happened to Scarlett. What happened to her? Like, she's been MIA. I hope she's alright. Like, I seen her some side post stuff on Instagram. She seems fine. I don't know what happened to her. Yeah, Frankie Monet. I'll tell you this. Frankie Monet is a future champion on the main roster, because she's the kind of woman Vince sees and would push. I'm telling you right now. Vince would push Frankie Monet to the moon on the main roster. And what else? What's the NXT brand? I have no idea what's on the NXT brand. I know that number one contenders match is probably a title match. Oh yeah, John Morrison, her husband. Yeah, so the Miz is off, right? Because he's going to do Dancing with the Stars. The dad pod. um, stock editions of Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, Ruby Soho. So Ruby Soho, right? I know you do, I know you do, Lewis. I know you do. So Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson, Ruby Soho, all been additions to all right for all out. Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole is great. Adam Cole, what he said to Tony Schiavone on Dynamite about how he's getting close to Britt Baker, because you know the relationship with Britt and Schiavone, right? I love that he confronted that, because he couldn't really say anything about that for a year because he was in NXT. But now since he's in Dynamite, he could talk, he could confront Tony Schiavone. That was great. And see Bryan Danielson confront Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega said there's nobody in the world who could take him on. Now we got down Bryan Danielson. Just for a minute, guys. Have some fun. For you, Lewis. Ruby Soho is look. Ruby Soho is in the storyline with Britt Baker because she won the Casino Battle Royal or whatever. Well, you have to understand, Joss. You know how it is. You know it's typical stuff. When a guy gets too friendly with the guy's girlfriend, there's always a sense of jealousy, right? You get paranoid. Right? That's what's happening here. WWE, I guarantee you they would admit a love triangle. Here we go, Lewis, for you. I love the red fur coat. I did that for Lewis. I'm sorry. Oh, he wasn't, but still. Yeah, he wasn't, but this is elite. Adam Cole's a heel, man. He's protecting he doesn't want the person that he loves, he's in a relationship, getting too close to other men. Whatever kind of relationship that is, whether it's a daughter-father thing, it's just how it is. So yeah, Ruby Soho. I don't know what her title match is. Cole is so good as a heel. A beast as a heel, yeah. I don't know what Ruby Soho's title match with Britt Baker is. I don't know if it's gonna be a Dynamite at Arthur Ashe. That's Grand Slam, right? The one in New York is Grand Slam, right? AEW Grand Slam. And then, okay, I don't know if it's gonna be there. I think Bryan Danielson is gonna make his debut match at Arthur Ashe Dynamite Grand Slam. I'm telling you, he's gonna wrestle that match at that show. They're gonna want to wrestle in New York. I'm looking forward to the eventual title match between Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega. That's gonna be a hell of a match. Build that up for Full Gear. Build it up for Full Gear. Don't make it. Don't build. Yeah, it looks more likely that Bray Wyatt is gonna debut at New York. It looks like he's gonna at least go to AEW. The closer the close. Now there's signs that he's going to AEW eventually. We don't know what he's gonna be, but there's indication that he's getting close to AEW. But I'm just saying, build up the Mega Bryan Danielson title match for Full Gear in November. Right? So there is some news on King in the Ring and Queen in the Ring. WWE is planning to do a King in the Ring, not a pay-per-view. I missed the pay-per-view, but they're planning to do a King in the Ring and a Queen in the Ring. They're planning to announce the King in the Ring finals at the Saudi Arabia show. Which one is it called? I don't know. I forget what it's called. Because they change it all the time. The Queen in the Ring, I don't think so. It's gonna happen. They said they're confident it can happen there because over the time they were able to put on women matches there. But I don't want Queen in the Ring to be in the Saudi Arabia show. Oh my god. Yeah, you're saying I'm getting too political here. I'm be like, you know what? No. I don't want King in the Ring or Queen in the Ring to be I don't want to be King in the Ring or Queen in the Ring to be finals to be at a glorified house show. To me, the Saudi Arabia show is a glorified house show. They try to build up like WrestleMania, but it's a fucking house show. A glorified house show. I know, Josh. It is gonna suck. It's a fucking glorified house show. That's all it is. I think you can tell some of the wrestlers are not passionate about wrestling there. They don't put on their best performances there. Excuse me. And we're gonna probably get the Brock versus Goldberg match. Yeah, I think you're trolling here. You know that's not gonna happen, right? Sting doesn't need to be AEW World Champion. It's not. They're not. I know you're a huge Sting fan. It's just. I know you're messing here. I know you're joking around here. I know. I know deeply. You know it's not gonna happen, but. Because he can't wrestle more than 5 minutes. Like. Sting as champion AEW would hurt AEW because. I mean. Because he can't be in the ring for a long time anymore. But I think you agree with me on that. But I understand. For his role, for Sting's role in AEW, it works really well with him. With Darby Allin. I'm sorry. I can tell you one thing, he can go more than Goldberg. He's better in shape than Goldberg. You know, the Goldberg is younger. But I think one of the reasons Goldberg did say he doesn't do cardio, and I think that's evidence in his matches. He doesn't do his cardio. But he's not. But Josh, look, he knows in AEW he's not going to be champion. He knows his role in AEW, what his role is. It's not to be champion. He's there to help the young guys to be over, to help put them over. We're starting Darby Allin and starting other guys. He was there to help Burt Cage and Starks over. Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, those guys over. He's at a point in his career where he's there to help the young guys. And young guys can go more than 10 minutes. 62 is not young, man. No. Put him in a match against a guy like Omega. You can't have him in a title match because the moves that the wrestlers do, they would hurt Sting. Sting will, because. All right. Oh, by the way, Dark Side of the Ring comes back this Thursday. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Well, they really don't have 50-50 booking, right? Right? Oh my god. I know you're a hardcore Sting fan. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna do next? I know I was gonna do something next. Mick Foley did comment on AEW. He says WWE is not WWE is not the place for aspiring up and young talent to go to. He says he admits to Facebook. He admits he wouldn't have known if he would have gone to WWE, gone to WWE. And WWE really helped his career. Became Mankind. He had some big time feuds. He had Undertaker and stuff. A little bit of Austin. He helped put The Rock over, Triple H over, Randy Orton over. It wasn't for him, Randy Orton would not become like what he is, the legend killer. He's good at putting people over. Very creative guy with the 3 gimmicks of Foley, right? Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack. Very lovable guy. He was not the main guy. He didn't think his ideal champion, but he was lovable, fun, nicest guy. Someone you could count on, someone you could trust in the business. Just a general nice guy who put his body on the line for the business to entertain the fans, obviously. I know. But you know what? That's how he feels. And he is getting heat from it. I just think so much WWE to take AEW seriously. Cause every time AEW gets mentioned with WWE, it seems they don't take the competition seriously. It's bogus. You have to take it seriously. And I think deep down they do take it seriously, but from the interviews, from the press conferences, from the earning calls, it sounds like they don't. I know they focus on their product as you should, but you gotta understand, like, AEW is getting up there. It's getting up there. You haven't had this competition like this since WCW days. Now, WCW was different, but AEW is the closest to WCW in terms of true competition in WWE. At the beginning it wasn't, but it is now because they're getting the major superstars from WWE. The ones that let contract expire or let go, they're going to AEW. Over the year. Even when you have Paul Wright, Mark Henry. Well, it's getting up to it. You know what? It is taking time. It will always take time. But guess what? It's rapidly closing in on WWE. We got Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole to an extent, Bray Wyatt, possibly coming soon. Now, in the future, will AEW talent jump ship to WWE? If you're an independent wrestler and you want to go to WWE or AEW, would you want to stuck yourself in NXT for a year or two? Or would you rather go to AEW where you get to shine on Elevation, Dark, and eventually Dynamite, and then Rampage? They're making all the right moves in the right direction. And they keep this momentum up. Look, Josh, I think WWE. I don't think they're worried now, but they have to be aware of the competition because AEW will be the closest company to be the competitors. Impact will never. TNA tried. TNA never. Even with the superstars they had, AEW is the closest. AEW is gonna be the closest. And I don't know. And one day, I wouldn't be surprised if Rampage gets moved to 2 hours and on a certain day and not be at 10 o'clock on Friday nights at one point. Now the key is, will they move one of the shows to Mondays to compete with Raw? Because I do think Rampage is eventually going to get moved if they keep this up. Because if it's getting more people into AEW, more popular, Rampage will eventually become 2 hours. And now, because they want the ratings. Oh, you know why? I'll tell you what, Josh. It's not because of AEW. Monday Night Football. It's Monday Night Football. The first week of Monday Night Football. They're trying to get viewers away from the football game. That's why they're putting this match on the card. That's one of the big reasons. It's Monday Night Football. Remember, WWE doesn't typically do well against Monday Night Football, so they're trying to advertise. So I guess they're trying to advertise this match because they know it's Monday Night Football. And what's today's game? Let me check. Ravens and somebody. Ravens and the Raiders. It's Monday Night Football tonight. 8:15. Monday Night Football could be as long as the whole show of Raw. They got competition. You're going to have competition for 18 weeks on Monday night. WWE. With football. True, but it's still football, man. It's football. That's why you gotta advertise. That's why they're advertising this. It's because they're trying to compete with the Monday Night Football. It's not. AEW doesn't have that problem, right? Dynamite and Rampage do not have that problem, right? Because Dynamite is on Wednesdays, Rampage is on Fridays. They don't have that problem with football. The pay-per-views do, mate. And I got the Ravens being the Raiders. Okay, early predictions: the Ravens to beat the Raiders. Yeah. You know what? Meltzer and Alvarez, they start up shit with AEW and WWE. They are AEW shills, stands. They are stands of AEW. Okay. Like you can clearly tell how much they shill for anything that's non WWE. They are pure. I'm calling them shills. I'm not. That's what they are. They start Alvarez and Meltzer. You know how we have this AEW versus WWE stuff? They are the ones that start to shit up. They're the ones that do that. Those two are the ones that those two are the ones that start everything with AEW versus WWE. Now they're not just AEW shows; they're New Japan shows. Like seriously, they're the biggest shows for AEW. Like seriously, I never seen such big. Like they start everything. Like when I see AEW beat their ball in this damn group. Here's the thing. I see demographics, right? They say from 18 to 40, people watch the majority of Dana. I think it's gonna be Bryan Danielson. But you know what I like to see? Because they just don't advertise on Mega and Bryan Danielson. I think it's going to be Bryan Danielson. I don't know. But I'm going to just say this. The demographics, they say like 18 to 40 is the majority of AEW guys. And then people from 0 to 14. And then there's a certain adult population that watches WWE. Guess what, guys? You know how you build an audience? It's by the younger people. 18 to 49 people. You cannot build an audience that way. You have to build with parents and children. Just like they do with Marvel. Marvel does that. They build a great audience They build a great Marvel movies, build a great audience. Yeah, there's a lot of adults see it, but they got the kids. AEW, you could tell by the demographics, they don't get the kids. They do not get the kids. Parents rather take their kids see WWE than AEW. And I know AEW is having a lot of success, but that could be a long-term issue. That's one issue they gotta look at. You gotta be careful with. Because you need... I'm comparing to Marvel, people. Marvel does a good job with that. I love Marvel MCU. I love DCU. But Marvel, what it does... Yeah. But what it does... What Marvel's done with MCU is get a lot of kids to watch the movies. Get children to watch the movies. That's how you build it up. That's how you build... I'm just saying. AEW is doing a lot of good stuff now. Long term, that could be a problem. Because a lot of the content they do, not for children. And when you see the AEW show, they do have children there they do have them, but most of the crowd is a very adult crowd. When I see WWE shows, a lot of crowds are children, and you know what? Once those children grow up, they want to bring their kids to WWE, and the crowds from AEW, they're not gonna. Exactly. AEW is a majority adult crowd. You can't build up it's gonna be hard. Like, AEW is doing a great job. Their future is bright, but if they can't get more kids, and then they eventually grow up, become teenagers, adults, and when they bring to see their kids to AEW I'm just saying may, don't, if you're AEW stan, don't go at me, it may not be sustainable. And I know the cons are fucking billionaires have more money than Vince McMahon, but even billionaires shut down ventures that are not sustainable. It's a long-term issue that they could fix. I don't know. That's why WWE is successful, guys. Because when I went to WWE shows, tons of children. No, I haven't been to an AEW live show, so I can't really say that. I get to see what I see on TV and from what the demographics say. But when I went to WWE shows, I could attest to parents taking their kids to WWE shows. Because I seen it live. I witnessed it. And with that, guys, I'm going to end my stream. And with that, okay, this is what I think about you guys.
Too sweet! Sweet! Too sweet! Too sweet!
I know, Josh. I know. So that's my show. So I'm gonna tonight Monday Night Raw watch along 3 hours. Give you 10 minutes head start. So 7:50 Eastern PM. And then tomorrow I'll set up for NXT rebrand watch along, and then Wednesday Dynamite. Okay. So yeah, with that, share, like, subscribe down below, and enjoy Raw, guys. Title match tonight. And will Big E cash in? We'll see. Enjoy Raw. And with that, Aaron World Order, the AEW is out. Brother!